And we are live, y'all. I'd like to welcome Matty Ice to
What's
Knocking
up,
Out
guys?
Addiction for the first time.
Yes, yes,
How's it
through
going,
music.
man?
Man, I do it through
Yeah.
music and you do it through MMA, and that's awesome, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're out here at the campground. It's been a super long week, dude. Like super long week, man. So we come out here on the weekends and just chill and relax. I try to stay off my phone, you know, because that phones can definitely impact your daily life.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, appreciate giving me the time to be on here, for real.
Yeah, bro.
Man, you're doing a lot in music.
Dude, listen, yeah, yeah. So tomorrow I have a tomorrow I so I literally just found out about this 2 days ago. So I have a show in Maryland tomorrow. I literally just got put on 2 days ago. So I've been like, dude, this morning I was like for 6 hours, I was rehearsing in my living room. Like I was for
That's
literally six
great.
hours, 6 hours this morning, bro. But like, bro, that's what it takes. Like, it's like it's like with you with MMA, it's like a constant, like you gotta keep getting better. You can always
It
get
takes
better.
dedication. It takes a lot
So
of dedication.
yeah, yeah. Music was like, in the beginning, it saved my life, literally. Like it saved my life because it gave me something other than doing the other stuff. So, and then, like
Yeah.
now I'm at the point where like I'm just having fun, man. Like I'm just having fun making music and focusing
Yeah.
on my goals and stuff I gotta do. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And I want to give you a shout out for that song Fight Night that you made me. That was freaking fire, dude. Like,
Bro, honestly, after I did it, I was like surprised because I was like, I'm always like, listen, I'm so critical of myself. And like, can you give me a water, babe? I'm so critical of myself, man. So like, I make my music and then I'm like critiquing I'm sure you do it too. Like, we critique ourselves. So, um,
yeah.
but yeah, dude, I love just compared to 4 years, I've had a lot of struggles along the way, like everybody. But I feel like now I'm at the best point that I have been at from 4 years ago when I was in a room for a week with no money, almost damn near overdosing every hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah. I've been there. I've been there myself.
yeah. Yeah, it's yeah, bro. So I grew up in I'm from PA. Hold on.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll just tell you like my a little bit of my story, right? So like I grew up with my mom and my dad like left before I was born and stuff. So I grew up with my mom in it's a place called Pennsylvania. Um
Yeah.
so like my dad wasn't really around, so I didn't have like a male role model. And so like my first when I was about like when I was about like 3 years old, me and my mom were at a bank, and I think she was taking me to like a zoo or something. And we were at the ATM, and I looked in the
Yeah.
mirror. Now I'm only three, so like I look in the mirror and I see like two people coming up beside the car with masks on and guns. And so
Yeah.
I was like, Mom, there's like two guys like coming up to the car, right? And she like looked, and they came up, and they put the gun to my head through the car. And yeah, they took all her stuff, took her keys, whatever. So that was like my first
Yeah.
traumatic experience. And then when I was like four, there was a situation where my dad had came over and kicked the door in and did some stuff to like my mom or whatever, and I witnessed that. Um, Then my mom got with this guy that he was an alcoholic, and he would drink like literally like a case, over half a case to a case of beer every night. Like so like,
Man.
you know, they were pretty much like throughout my life, they were pretty much like my mom was upstairs and he was downstairs, and I always felt like I was on eggshells like constantly all the time, because like he would like, my room was outside of where he was at in the basement. Like my door was right there. So I had to come out of my
Yeah.
room and he would sit there and drink his beer all night. So I would, to like take a shower or go upstairs or anything, I had to walk past him. And he would like, he wouldn't even acknowledge me. Like he wouldn't acknowledge me. Like he never paid attention to me. Um, and he was physically abusive towards me, stuff like that. Not all the time, but it was like, you know, every couple of weeks another situation would happen. Um, so, you know, and the thing that really always bothered me was that I always felt like my mom, like she was, now I know that she was in a situation where she didn't want to be alone, whatever. But it always bothered me that she didn't leave him, you know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, for real.
I didn't understand everything back then, you know? So, and you know,
Yeah.
it still bothers me. All this stuff still bothers me. You just learn how to cope with it better, you know? Um,
Right.
so it just doesn't bother me like it used to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I was like 15, um you know, so my dad he was a smoker, like he smoked hard.
Yeah.
So like, you know, going over to his house like on the weekends, like maybe like every couple months, and like when I was
Yeah.
younger, I didn't know what was going on until I was older, and we started finding spoons around the house when I was over there, and he was sneaking off, or he was like creeping around the house or whatever, and then we started finding out. So when I was 18, or when I was 15, uh, there, with everything going on at home, like at my mom's house and stuff, with every, can you put her inside? With everything going on at home and stuff, I always was just trying to run from myself. Like I would run away from all my problems. And it was usually through like anger or doing something reckless. Or so when I was 15, I went like 30 minutes away to York City, and I stayed with this girl. I was on the run. I was hiding from everybody. Like, so the cop, like a week later, I was on the news from like missing child and all that. Um, and the cops found me at like a skating rink like a week later, and they put me in placement.
Yeah.
So I ended up in placement. I was in juvie from 15 to 18, you know, like boot camp. I was at Northwestern Academy boot camp. All these different like juvenile homes. Um, I got a FTA'd. It's called failure to adjust. I got FTA'd from, I think it was like 12 facilities from the time I was 15 to 18, because I just couldn't
Yeah.
get it together. Um,
Yeah.
like, and like now I know it's all about perception, you know, like you grow up and know what you know. So you have a
Yeah.
perception one way your whole life until somebody finally is like, all right, you got to get it now, you know, or you hit your bottom and you're like, I can't do it. And that's what happened to me. I hit my bottom and I just couldn't.
Yeah. Me too.
Um, so
When I decided to get clean, I was actually at the plug's house. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I was high as a kite that day, and then I don't know what it was, but like something just got in my head, like, you know what, I'm done with this. And I called
yeah,
my dad, and he come about an hour and a half away to come and get me when I told him I was done.
man, yeah, dude, yeah,
Yeah. And that was 12 years of I call it ice cream. Like
man, dude.
yeah.
I know a lot of people have been a, a lot lower
Like
than
this
I
was
have.
actually the first time I ever tried to get clean.
Really?
Yeah, from the time I did it, I was doing it for 12 straight years, and then until I decided to get clean this time.
Dude, it's crazy. Like it's
Most
crazy
people
that
does it like gets clean from getting locked up, but every time I would get locked up, I was still doing it in there. It's just as
bro.
bad in the jails as it is out here. Like,
Oh my god, bro, when I was upstate, oh my dude, I was at Houtzdale State in PA, and that's a it's a violent jail. Like it has a lot of people that are really it's like up there. You can look it up. It's pretty bad up there. But yeah, dude, like that dude. Listen, my cellie had dude, my cellie sold hooch, had a bag like this under his bed, and
yeah,
he was the smoke dealer. Like, yeah, it's
yeah,
easier up there to get stuff than in the street.
yeah, for sure. For sure.
uh, yeah, so so from 15 to 18, I was in juvie, right, and placement,
Yeah,
and then so I come home when I'm 18. I never had a childhood and I never had a father figure. I had my mom, but she had all her stuff going on, so like I just it was just
yeah,
a lot of chaos when I was, you know, so like when I came home when I was 18, I was home like 10 months and I got in a fight, right? I got in a fight and
yeah,
I ended up violating probation and I went to Dauphin County prison for 2 years. I ended up in there for 2 years. I maxed the sentence out because I couldn't get it right in jail either. And then
yeah,
so I come home after 2 years and I'm home literally 6 months and I get in another fight and I get an aggravated assault and I went upstate for 3 to 6 and I did
yeah,
the upstate boot camp and I came home a year early for boot camp. Um,
yeah.
all my friends switched on me. Like, bro, everybody switches on when it's not good for them. You know what I mean? So
Oh
like,
yeah, for sure.
it's just. I think when I went upstate, it was like, but I can't even say that because when I came home from upstate, I got into. So when I came home from upstate, I really got into selling. Like I became addicted to
Yeah,
selling, and just everything that came with it. Like the attention, the money,
yeah,
everything. So like, um,
yeah. I was addicted to that part of the life too. There for a long time.
yeah,
People don't
dude,
understand that part of it.
bro, it's everything, dude. It's everything. It's
Yeah,
like it's the risk, it's the chaos, it's the constant having something to do, it's the
it's the
constant
showing up at the
phone.
house and being that guy and everybody happy to see you and shit. It's everything. Like,
Yeah. And that's how mine was for a few years. And then after I came home and then I started, so I was doing the smoke thing, and it was manageable, it's just some smoke. So
yeah, yeah,
but then I was like, you know what? So the trees, I'm making a lot of money off a tree, and my boy got the powder, so I can probably make way more, right? So I start
yeah,
grabbing that, and I'm like, bro. Then next thing I know, like that night, I'm snorting, and I'm like, now like automatically I'm selling it just so that I can do it. You know what I mean? And I
yeah,
can't get anywhere. I can't get anywhere because now it's got my brain. You know what I mean? Like so now I'm
yeah,
stuck in. Now it was like that fast. I was stuck in the cycle. So I
yeah,
did that. I did that the whole thing for like 2 years, and this is leading up to my recovery. I did
yeah.
that for 2 years. I don't know how I never got caught. I almost did a couple times. I never got caught for it. Uh,
Luckily, I didn't either. I don't see how. I still don't see how.
Bro, dude, I haven't been locked up for 12 years, and that's crazy. From 15 to 23, I only had 14 months on the street. So like,
Yeah. Hey,
I'm like, I'm not.
fist bump to that. For real.
Yeah. Um. So yeah. So then the real devil came, right? Um.
Yeah.
My boy had the pressed perks, right? So I started doing, bro, literally within 3 months, I lost everything, like literally everything.
Yeah.
My apartment, I couldn't, it got to a point where I couldn't even, like, bro, I couldn't even, I ended up in this room. And I couldn't even leave the room for a week. Like like I couldn't even go make money because I was too sad. I was just throwing up nonstop because I couldn't stop doing it. Like it was like, dude, it
Yeah.
was like, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse until I was like, yeah, dude, that was like the worst probably time in my life. So
Yeah.
I went to rehab because I didn't have anything else to do, or I didn't know what else to do. I didn't have an option. So I went to rehab, and the rehab that I went to, they had a piano in the one room. So like
Yeah.
like I started playing around on the piano, and I was like, oh, I love this, is cool, right? And I didn't have anything else to do, so I was like, I'm gonna write to it, right? So I started writing to it, and I was like, oh my god, this is so much fun, right? So I'm like, so I took the piano and I snuck it up to my room. And I was like I was in my room, like just stuck on this thing, man, and like writing, right? And I was like
Yeah.
just writing everything about my life and everything I was going through. And I would like sit there and just bawl my eyes out, bro. Like
Yeah. It's like
I literally,
therapy.
dude, every day I would sit there and just, dude, like bawl my eyes out. And dude, I probably wrote 50 songs while I was there. A lot of them I recorded. I wrote Overdose in there, like, and I recorded that when I came. Like, dude, I literally like fell in love with music. But like the reason is because I never had any hobbies. I never had any goals. I didn't know how to make goals. I didn't know how to find hobbies. I only knew
Yeah.
chaos. I only knew chaos. So like me when I was younger, like me like dude, like running around the neighborhood, like going to a neighborhood and going through sheds and stealing chainsaws and
Yeah.
gas can, like all that type of stuff that I was doing. Like I loved it. Like I loved
Yeah.
it because it was like the
It's the
adrenaline
rush
that
of
I,
getting away with it. Like,
yeah. And I learned something recently. Like a lot of times, like I learned something about my anger. Like, when you get angry and you like lash out, and then you feel that calm afterwards, after you like snap,
yeah.
that say you're like breaking stuff, snapping out, and then you get this like calming feeling right after.
Yeah.
Or say you get in a fight with your girlfriend, and like you guys are going at it, and right after you feel this calming feeling, like you got everything out, right? That is
Yeah.
like, I recently learned like a week ago, that is like getting a high. That's like,
Yeah.
that is the high, when the calm after the
Yeah.
storm. That is the high. Like,
Yeah.
and that really woke me up, bro, because like that's crazy. Like,
And I've never got nothing like, and that's the feeling I get sparring in MMA, dude. Like, I've never got a feeling like that, like on anything I've ever did. Like, it's crazy.
like when you're done and you're just like, oh, right? Like
Yeah.
yeah, like bro,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the high. That's a high. And bro,
Yeah.
that's what I've learned. What I've learned the most is, I bro, if I'm addicted to music. I'm addicted to chase. I wake up every day and I do stuff that I need to do to be better, and I'm addicted to it because I just would
Yeah.
rather be addicted to. I'd rather be addicted to music, and you know,
Than anything
you know,
else. Like,
yeah, like listen. I've been Cali sober for the past year, so
me too.
I
I've
don't do
been
nothing.
this October 3rd to be 4 years.
Yeah, yeah, dude, it's been like honestly, bro, the past like 4 years since I started doing all the. So I went to rehab. I came home. I went to the halfway house recovery. I messed that up a few times. Relapse, you know, like I've been through the ringer, man, and
Yeah.
like like, but I've fought like hell, bro. To like I know you have. You do it every day, bro. Like you do it every day
Oh yeah.
training. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
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 Yeah, dude. So I came home and I just dude, like I just wanna say like the good part. Like, cause I wanna let you tell your stuff or whatever, but like I don't know,
Yeah.
my life is better today, like by far. Like, dude, I got like, bro, I got a down payment for a house in my savings, and I'm not touching it. Like, you know what I mean? I haven't touched it,
Yeah.
and I haven't touched it. And
Yeah.
I keep adding more, like a little by little. Like, and
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
gotten my I've gotten my credit. Like right now I'm really working, like I'm really focused on my credit. Like I need to get
Yeah.
my credit to like a 600. You know what I mean? Um but dude,
Yeah.
like I am making it happen, and I'm
Yeah.
focused now. Like I never was before on the positive things. Like,
Right.
and it's cuz bro, it's so hard to get out of that, like, dude, it's hard to get out of that chaos. Like, dude, it takes. Yeah, I'm still not where I want to be, but I'm where
But
I
we're a
want
lot
to.
farther than what we was.
Yeah, bro. Like, but it's. I'm like, I'm not comfortable with chaos anymore. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sincerely not. I love peace. Like, I can come to the
Yeah.
campground. I can come to the campground and sit in the swing and just watch the water.
Chill. Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
could never I could never do that.
Yeah.
And I'm
It's
sitting
just
here
like
on
me
the side.
actually this is the second year I've actually got to go on vacation. Like it's awesome.
Yeah, dude, and we're sitting here, you like, bro, you just went to MMA. Like I got a show tomorrow. I'm sitting here relaxing. Like I'm not sitting
Yeah.
here drinking. I'm not sitting here drinking at the campground. It's a peaceful,
Yeah.
quiet, relaxed time. We're doing what we got to
Yeah.
do. And I had
Yeah.
a big. I had a little. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like I had a little bit of a fallout with the whole recovery thing, like the label.
Yeah.
Like I'm always
Yeah.
recovering. I am always trying to be better. Okay. Like I've been through the
Yeah.
ringer. Like I did the 12
Yeah.
steps. I did the, like, but I feel like, you can change, man. Like
Oh yeah, for sure. You just gotta
I'm
want
gonna
it.
go, yeah, but yeah, I want to hear you, like, I want to hear like your story, cause like a little bit.
Oh yeah, like with me, like I really had a great childhood. I grew up in a small town in North Georgia, Chatsworth, Georgia. Very
Okay.
small town. And I had a really good childhood. Like we all do, like freaking we start smoking trees at a young age, like 13.
Yep.
And like that really wasn't the problem. It was I was, let's see, 18. And this is how like my really addiction started. I was 18. I lost my grandmother. Then that she was like a mom for most of my life. And then my stepmom, which helped my dad raise me, passed away the following year. So that I pretty much started with pain pills,
Mm,
Percocets and stuff. And then that really like it didn't really grab me and then like and it really wouldn't numbing anything for me. I needed something like that something that was gonna numb all the way. And
mm-hmm.
and so I was at a buddy's house and like a lot of people like want to say, oh, this person got me on it, that person got me on it. No, like I was hanging out that was doing it. And I was in a mindset, like I said, I just lost my grandmother, I just lost my stepmom. Oh, and I lost a best friend that I like literally grew up with this guy from kindergarten on up. So
Mm.
lost him too. And then I decided to try, the go fast stuff. And like I remember the first time I ever smoked it, like freaking it grabbed me up like faster than anything has. And from then, and it took me 12 years to get off of it. And then, but before I got off of it, my first wife, she was on pain pills real bad. Well, she got a pressed pill and she passed away from it. And
Mm.
I was at my dad's for the night. Got the phone call the very next morning when I woke up. So
Mm.
I had some fines to take care of in my hometown. So I went up there, paid the fines, and this is how this went. Literally, like as soon as I went in there to pay my fines, they handcuffed me.
Oh.
Took me to jail, and I was like, and it was just a bunch of misdemeanors, and I'm like confused, like so they took me to jail, and then I'm sitting there asking like what my charges are. They was trying to get me for giving her the pressed pill. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I got out immediately though, like because like they was proof there that I was nowhere around. So I got
Wow.
out that evening. I got out that evening, had to go to the funeral home, make the arrangements. And then after I made the arrangements, it was like freaking the light switch got cut off. Like freaking, I went on a bender, like
Mm.
for a good 5 years straight, like really bad.
You said F
Doing,
it, like why you said F it, why me? Basically. Like,
yeah, yeah. And I wasn't depressed, like freaking mine was anxiety and anger. Like I was
yep.
fighting everything and anything. Somebody could look at me wrong and we was fighting. Like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and and I mean I was going hard, like freaking I put it to you this way. The longest I stayed up at that bender was like freaking I stayed up 4 weeks straight. No naps, no nothing. And and when I decided to get clean, I was on that like freaking a good 2 to 3 weeks. I was up, and like if you've did this before, like like how you get in your head at some point.
I've only done 10 days.
Yeah,
But yeah.
like freaking, it gets you in your head, right?
Yeah,
Well,
a
like,
little. Yeah, I'm sure
w-
yeah.
well, I'm sitting there, like I said, I'm like, we're partying, we're having a good time, we're laughing and everything. Then something hits me, and I'm just like in my head, and I'm just like. You
Yeah.
know what? And I had like freaking, I left the rest I had, and I had a lot of it. I left the rest I had at the guy's house and was like, I'm done. And I called my dad in Cartersville, which is about a little over an hour away, and told him I was done. And literally, he'd come all the way up there and picked me up and brought me down here.
Wow. Yeah,
And
I have.
I don't know how I did it, but like I did it with no rehab. Like it was hard. Like it was the hardest thing I ever did. But like I used trees to freaking help me come up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing
Yeah.
I knew to do because I was scared of rehabs. I don't know why I was just scared of rehabs. Like,
Yeah. That,
and then about the first year and a half, I was doing good. I had a slip up and like I had like 3 slip ups, and I noticed every time I had those slip ups, I was getting bored, like very bored. And then
Yeah, yeah.
and I'd been on a couple shows. I've been on a couple shows, shared my story, and then you probably know him, Manny Vitale, that does My Fight
Yeah,
Our War.
yeah.
I was on his show, and then me and him was talking, and I was like, I kind of want to do a podcast, and he was like, well, if that's what you want to do, then do it. And then I was gonna start knocking out addiction then, and then I don't know, like this gym, Pulso Fitness, right up the road from where I live at. I kept passing, and I don't know. It was like something was pulling me to it. And then a couple weeks after that, I was on My Fight Our War again, and me and him was talking, and I was like, I'm really wanting to get into MMA, and I'll never forget this. He was like, it's like this, Tyler. He was like, all those years of you doing that, like an active addiction, you kicked your own ass. Like, what more can somebody do to you in the cage or the ring? And I was like, you know what? Let's do this. Like, and I've
Yeah,
been doing it ever since.
bro.
And
I
that
did.
kind of like, I don't know, when I started doing MMA, like it was like I've never did any kind of combat sport a day in my life, but it was like when I walked into that gym, that was the place I was supposed to be. Like that's where I was
Yeah,
supposed to be at.
yeah, yeah, bro. I did MMA for like it was like probably like 9 months on and off. Like I'd go for
Yeah.
like a couple
I
months and
did.
then
See,
take a
first I
break.
started yeah, first I started with boxing. And
Okay.
then like because the only thing we did was boxing and kick. I was like, well, I want to start boxing first. Did that for a few months and then I kind of took a break. Well, my girlfriend's got two kids, and like they was really wanting to get in. Well, my stepson's wanting to get into boxing, and my stepdaughter's wanting to get in jujitsu.
Oh, bro,
So I got them with that, and I was like, well, if they're gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna do it. Like so, literally, like
yeah,
freaking, I paid for that, and then we've been doing it ever since, like religiously every week. Like,
dude, dude. I'll tell, dude, doing MMA changed my mind frame, changed my mind, changed my. It gave me a
especially
con.
jujitsu.
It gave
Jujitsu
me.
is freaking crazy.
That's what I love, bro. I love jujitsu. That was honestly like that was the classes I went to. Like I didn't care about the
Yeah.
boxing or anything. I love jujitsu. Like I
And
love that feeling when
and
you're
how I
wrong.
explain jujitsu and how I explain jujitsu is it's almost like combat yoga. I swear to
Yeah,
God. Like
dude, because like like when you're like rolling and you start like when you start to get decent at it, you start to feel they call it rolling
yeah,
because you literally feel like you're rolling with each other. Like it's a crazy,
yeah.
like yeah. But dude, that really helped
It's
my
almost like
confidence.
it's almost like watching snakes fight or some shit. Like
Yeah, yeah, dude. I think my demon my whole life was confidence. I think that was my
yeah,
demon, and you know MMA helped bring me out of that a little bit, and doing music
yeah.
has really brought me out of it. Because
Oh yeah.
I truly feel like I told my girl the other day, like I was like moving all these bricks, and I'm just thinking like my mind is stronger than my body, and if my mind's stronger than my body, then I can do
Yeah.
anything I want to do. Like so.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like
You keep your
confidence.
mind to do something, when you keep like your mind to do something, he's gonna eventually follow. Like
Yeah,
that's what my
yeah,
coach taught me. Like
yeah, yeah, dude.
he said,
Yeah,
but if
man.
you're gonna quit every time your body hurts, like you're never gonna get better. Like
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look at this. Can you see it? Got the lake
That is
behind.
freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's just so peaceful, man. And that's like,
Yeah.
dude, that's another thing. Like, bro, like me and my girl, we go, we go like go hiking and stuff like that occasionally, and like we like going to check out new spots, and like we went to this one spot, right? And we weren't even like we didn't know what the spot was. We looked it up, and it seemed like looked like a cool place to go experience. So we drove and went walking around, right? And we ended up finding like this mine, like a old coal mine shaft, like that was like the coolest thing.
Man, that is
Like,
freaking awesome.
yeah,
I love
it was
shit
like,
like that.
and
Yeah.
dude, it was so. Dude, we watched The Descent last night. Like, I don't know if you saw that, The Descent, where they
Yeah.
go down, they descend down into the
Yeah.
cave, and there's all the creatures down there and stuff. Man, I love nature, bro. It's been such a
Yeah.
healing. It's been so healing to me, and like if I get worked up.
I used to like going caving too.
Did you go caving before?
Like we used to go hiking. Yeah, I loved it.
Bro, I found this cave. We found this cave like probably like 2 months ago, and we climbed up to it. And when you walk in it, it's when you like you can walk in and it goes like it goes super far. But I'm like, bro, I'm not going in there. Like, I am not going in there and having this thing fall on us
Yeah.
and getting trapped. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, man,
Yeah, that would be the yeah, there's the first time I ever went in the cave, literally I had to crawl like at the opening of it, like you literally had to crawl on your chest, like and like
what?
with like was touching your back.
What do you think when you're doing that?
Yeah,
Like,
like freaking and at first I was like, there's no I'm like, the first time I did it, I was like, man, like this thing, I mean, it wasn't too far like that, but it felt like it was forever. And it felt like
yeah,
everything was closing in. And then by the time you think, oh shit, that's when the cave opens. And you're like, okay.
dude. See, I would love to like. There's a dude out here there's a dude out here that goes. He's a professional. What's he do? What?
Dumpster dive.
No, the guy out here
Oh, he's a professional.
Scott water skier.
Yeah.
He's a professional water skier. So like he goes out here on the river and you can see him like doing. I posted a couple of videos, but it's just like, bro, the little things in life, man. It's like I love life.
Yeah.
I just be
Yeah.
chilling.
Real.
Yeah, man. So
That's just like I'm 37 now, and I feel more like health wise and mind wise. I feel better now than I did in my 20s, like for real.
yeah, and I mean, yeah, I smoke, man. Like I smoke. I don't
I do
know.
too.
I never like. Oh, what I was saying earlier, like I wanted to make this a point. Like I kind of like, so I kind of pulled myself away from like recovery. Like, well, not recovery, but like labeling stuff recovery, because like y- I feel like there's always somebody that has something to say about something you do, but
Yes.
a lot of times
Yes.
it's not done out of love. It's people on the internet that are just be either being nosy or trying to daddy you, or but they really don't even know
Yeah.
you like that. So like that kept happening, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm still a recovering addict. Like I just I
Yeah.
consider myself an inspirational artist. Like I took away the recovery label that I
Yeah, for
was
sure.
labeling myself, because I just feel like it brought a lot of just bad energy, like sometimes from there's a lot of
Yeah.
good people. There's a lot of good people, but there's always those people that are like, no, 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 you know? So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I seen. I can't remember what post exactly it was, but I seen like all the comments, and that's what I messaged you that day. I was like,
Yeah,
man, forget all of them. Like,
yeah. But nah, I wanted to make that a point because like I'm clean. I'm clean, right? I've dealt with all that, but I know there's been times where that has pushed
yeah,
me. People making people trying to feel better about themselves. You know what I mean? To try to be like, oh well,
yeah,
you shouldn't be smoking. Well, you don't know you know what I mean? Like I've been
yeah.
doing
You don't know my recovery. Like
I have been I've been doing this my whole life.
everybody
Like
recovery is different.
and
Yeah, yeah,
my life is manageable, so yeah. I think a lot of times
yeah.
it's like an individual thing. Like I just feel like there's different paths
And the
and
way I see it about being Cali sober, at least like we're not gonna smoke and then go fight stuff. Like
yeah, 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 yeah.
I've never
Yeah, man.
smoked and be like, okay, I'm gonna go fight this person. Like,
You're right. I'm like, man, I just want to sit by the river and watch the water and smoke and laugh with my girlfriend.
it's just for real.
But yeah, I don't care, bro. I have learned to
But
stop caring what
yeah,
people think, man. I just like, bro, I got posts on
oh yeah,
TikTok that are like literally the whole post is full of people like talking crap. And you know what I do? I just put arms up. Like arms up. Thank you for the comment. Like I've learned to not let what people
yeah,
say like, and yeah, cuz I've had some yeah.
yeah. That's what. When I started like not caring what people thought and just did me for the better, like freaking, that's when my life got better.
Yeah, yeah. What helps you with your anger and stuff like yo, I never said this. I never said this on a live before because I never really thought about it. But when I was like 23, no, I think I was like 19 and the state had me go see a psychiatrist and the psychiatrist said that I had mild schizophrenia where you don't hear voices or see stuff, but
Yeah,
like you skits out. Like you isolate. You basically
yeah,
isolate. You're paranoid all the time, like like stuff like that. So like
yeah,
I've dealt with a lot of like
yeah,
that stuff. Like I still deal with a lot of that stuff, and like that's a lot of that stuff I'm still trying to work through. But I know the one thing that I don't do is I will not do anything that I know I can't handle, and then that means that the only thing I can do is I can vape my medical stuff. Anything else I can't do it because I know my limits.
yeah,
Because when it comes to
yeah. Like that's
when it
like
comes
all
to
these people I see that can just do it on the weekends. Like freaking, that's what gets me. All these people that can just party like that on the weekends. I'm just like, I can't do that.
bro, like
If I do that
how?
one time on the weekend, then I'm gonna be right back. Yeah, like I'm gonna be right back doing it like I was before. Like there's no in between. Like
Yeah, can you see me good enough?
yeah, see,
Okay, all right. I didn't know if it was too dark because it's pretty dark here.
yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
getting there.
yeah, yeah, bro. Yo, I really appreciate you bringing me on here because today was like
Oh,
one of the
anytime.
today was like bro. Honestly, today was like, dude. After rehearsing literally for 5 hours straight on these songs, I was like, bro, and everything else throughout the week, I was just exhausted, man. So I was like, I'm gonna come to the campground
Yeah,
and hang out for the night, forget about stuff, you know, and do a
yeah.
live,
Well, thank you for
chill.
giving me the time to come. For real.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Sorry, I'm stretching my
And we can do this
back.
again whenever you're ready.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. I mean, I pretty much said everything I really wanted to get out. I mean, bro, I'm doing. I do want to say, like, like
Yeah.
since I went to rehab and I started doing this music stuff, like, dude, I've had. I've had the same amount of fun that I had when I was doing good selling and doing, whatever I was doing. Like, I'm having just as much fun now, and I'm not,
Yeah.
I'm not, so I
Yeah,
know,
that's the way
like,
I am. That's the way I
I,
feel.
I'm not where I want to be. I'm not as far as I can get. I still struggle, but I know compared to how I was, when I look back at the lowest point I was at, like, dude, where I'm at right now is a freaking miracle. Like, where you're at right now, it's a freaking
Oh
miracle,
yeah, for
bro.
sure.
Like, it's a miracle, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Like
I'm proud
tonight
of you, bro.
at
Like,
training, that showed me like I was doing stuff that I was struggling with. That, for real.
yeah.
I actually got my first sweep today. Like the dude was on top, and I had him in my guard, and I
Oh,
actually got my first sweep today.
oh, nice, yeah. I used to like shrimping,
And
bro.
the guy was bigger than me too.
Well, yeah, I used to like
Yeah,
shrimping, bro.
that
Like, you guys do that, the shrimping?
I know a lot of places frown on this. Oh yeah, like I know this is frowned upon at most gyms, but like freaking what I like doing is the trial people that's just trying it first. I
Yeah.
like getting them in heel hooks. It's it's so funny, bro. Like
Yeah. Bro, I was doing MMA. Bro, listen, I never fought. But like, so, but I was doing it, and I was literally, they were literally about to get me my first fight, right? And I was sparring this dude, and I went to
yeah,
I went to do a head kick, and he leaned back and he put his elbow up, and I kicked his freaking, I
oh
broke the
yeah, you
top of,
kicked that elbow.
yep, and I broke the top of my foot.
Oh,
So like
oh,
the first 2 weeks is like the first 2 weeks of training is like almost unbearable. Like when you first start, you know what I mean? I don't know how it was for you, but
yeah,
they put me in a
yeah,
circle. They put me in a circle of like 12 people and just like sparred me one on one, back to back, until I hyperventilated and I couldn't breathe and I was freaking out. I had a
yeah,
panic attack, and
yeah,
then they laid on top of me and held me down, and they
yeah,
were like, he was like, I'm not getting off of you until you learn how to breathe. And I was crying. I'm like, bro, but
yeah.
I learned how to
They
calm
break it.
myself down and relax.
Yeah, that
All
was
right,
my
bro,
best
listen,
part when I first started.
it's like super dark. I don't think anybody can see me anyway.
Yeah, yeah. We'll cut off. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Yeah, bro. Oh, and they just put the light. All right, bro.
All right, thanks for coming on. All right, see you.